Good morning and welcome to Fortnite with Sephiroth DX. Wait, like a little map in my room. Anyway, welcome to, if you are new to this, especially on the VODs. I see I get a whole bunch of VOD watchers. This is the show where we play Fortnite. It's part of the skin series, so we show off the skins from this season, or skins that pertain to this season. And then lastly, we chat about whatever. If y'all want to show up live in chat about whatever you want to chat. I focus on current events, or in-game things, or entertainment. First, as always, let's see what the news says. Wow, the news is tiny. So if you really wanted the NBA stuff, it says leaving soon. So, you know, your NBA stuff, you're into that. Locker. No, not locker. Item shop. Come on, load faster. The item shop, there isn't a ton new, but there is one thing that is brand new from yesterday. That is this. Also, what is with his eye this week? Yes. And I'm pretty sure this is meant for him. This is old school cartooning. This is the kind of song that should have been similar to his, it should have been on his emote instead of that one weird song. I'm not hating on the song creator, whoever that is, but the song A doesn't fit his character, and B, the lyrics make no sense. It's just like a random song. It feels like a random song they stuck on him for some reason. Anyway, other than that, Sparkplug is back. She's an oldie from Season 7. Kit Bash is back. Bubble Bomber, Ruby, Razor, and Koromora, along with the song that keeps showing up in my randoms. I'm about to delete. It's not a terrible song. The fact that it somehow keeps showing up is weird. The champion shirt is back. Yesterday was a championship. If you missed it, they allow you to go onto the party island and watch it live. You either wander around the party island and then it shows up as a TNT picture, but you can't hear it very well. Or you go over to one of the screens and it shows up on the screen so you can hear it perfectly. Kessler's back if you want to support the book crossovers. Either you're a Mistborn fan or in hopes that one day your book character, your favorite book character might show up in it. Rex Jonesy from Season 3. The Daring Duelist and her mask. Headbanger, Finger Wag, Funnel Follies. Oh, this is another little one that'd be good for him, actually. It's worth it. Marshmallow Bundle still here, if you're looking for something. Actually, one of the best, I still think it's one of the best, like, not crossover skins, live skins they've done. Skins of real people. It's one of the best still. The DC pack is still out. I'm sure this will probably last till the end of the season. I don't think we have the next Batman out yet. Let me go check real quick to see if the next Batman's even out. I have it pre-ordered. It should go straight to my Google Books. Sorry, playbooks. Series. No, it's not out yet. Weird. It seems like a longer time between the last one and this one. But not out yet. So DC will probably be out at the end of the season or the end of the 0 Point series, whichever happens first or last. And since the season I think is coming to close very soon, I think the DC series might last longer. There's some more NBA stuff and Alloy. I don't know how long she'll be down here, but if you're looking for Horizon Zero Dawn, which at least just because they released the new gameplay, it's right there. We don't have much on missions, actually. They're kind of normal missions. The one I'm focusing on right now, will be team rumbling for most of these, is the dual pistols. It's luckily a team mission, so if anybody in your core group has dual pistols to count, but I'm finding the dual pistols are extremely rare, like super duper rare. Oh, Walker. Let's get out of here. First thing, turn off shovel. Second thing, remember where we were. I'm not gonna remember where I was. Oh, we were in these, I think we started at Yugumi, and then we had a, oh, I switched my PS4 to the secondary Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't turn off on us unless the entire Wi-Fi goes down. If it turns off on us, then we know that it's the actual internet box having an issue. But I play on this Wi-Fi all the time on the PS5 and have no issues. So we shouldn't be kicked unless Fortnite kicks us. And then that's Fortnite's fault. We should also have less issues with it, like lagging and Xing out on us. Anyway, this is Yugi. She's one of the 3 hackers. I guess her avatar is the wolf. But she kind of reminds me of Bulma. Does she not look like what Bulma might look like as a kid? Best case scenario, no one ever sees Yuki's avatar at all. Weird. Those two seem sweet and shy. The extra hacker is the walker's muscle inside the virtual world. So she's the extra hacker. The other two were like X-Security, whatever. She's just the hacker. Those are cool to play stuff. When virtual tools aren't enough for the job. Oh. And the rest of this I just kind of gave to her. We'll go into Team Rumble. Damage with pistols. Player destroyed in a vehicle. Oh, player structure destroyed in a vehicle. Oh, I think it's a trap. Destroy stones. Headshot eliminations. A bunch of weird nonsense stuff there in the blues. Keep trucking at it. We're almost to the 3rd glowy skin. As for what we're going to talk about today, we have a few planned, and then we'll head over to whatever's lately. But the big one is Texas's GOP attempt at stealing elections. If you aren't aware of what's going on, if you haven't watched the news, or if you're not in Texas and it's not as important to you, because they're not making it as big a deal as it was in Georgia. Texas was passing extremely restrictive voter laws that would basically allow them to steal all elections ever for the rest of forever. The laws included limiting limiting early voting rights. That means that there'll be less early voting, and limiting areas where you're allowed to vote, which means there'll be less places you can vote. What this will do will force more people to vote in smaller areas at times and less places, which creates these long lines that'll make voting kind of impossible for people who need to work and for people who can't wait in a 9-hour line. And then there was talks about the bill limiting how long you can wait to vote and actually shutting down a voting line even if you're already in it, which currently is illegal. The point is they want to make voting hard because this past election they saw a lot of voters vote against them, where it was almost like a half-half thing. And they're scared. They're scared that they're so unpopular, especially after Trump, that they can't win an election. But with this bill, they would have been able to make sure that they put in who they want to, even if they lose the election. Because the bill also made it to where they could overturn an election without proof of voter fraud. Which pretty much means they own the election. They get whoever they want in control. And the GOP social media just basically admitted this. They said they were disappointed the GOP should be able to choose who they want to put into power. And we're just flabbergasted. Hell, the GOP, the good Republican people are on there saying, "What the hell? This is Marxism," and it kind of is Marxism. You know, it's funny that they're always like, "Hey, the Social Democrats are Marxists." Well, we're not. We're social democracies. And then they pull something that was like out of Stalin's handbook. But the good news is it's at least temporarily delayed as it gains more and more in popularity. Because the Democrats, during the last House session here in Texas, walked out on it. They walked out on it, not allowing for a vote. The Democrats, because of the already crooked and limited voting in Texas, don't have the power to kill it, but they did have enough power to walk out and make sure it didn't come in for right now. But to see how that goes in the future, more and more people are speaking out against it. It's super unpopular, but that's not like that's ever stopped the GOP before. See, look at this. One of those dark goals anywhere. Oh, I didn't burn down the club. I'm gonna need to find a way to play in chairs. This hurts my back. Oh. Sorry, I am adjusting sitting position because my back hurts. I got some dual pistols last night when I was just playing around without streaming. They don't hurt enough to actually have finished out this stuff. Even though I think like a ton of us had the dual pistols, it was taking forever. The funny thing is I didn't find the dual pistols in a chest. I found them just sitting out on the floor like a regular weapon. So I have to search everywhere for them. They could be out here on the ground. They could be in chests. Got a little lag here. That's not good. And it lags. I should be attached to the secondary Wi-Fi. I went to do that yesterday, or the last time I streamed. When I got kicked. I was like, that was it. I'm done. So we'll see what this lag is all about. I got a red X now. I'm still streaming okay, so I don't think it's our Wi-Fi. Usually when the red X goes down and our Wi-Fi is going down, or something weird is happening, or I'm losing connection, I'll lose stream. I'll just keep reloading. We'll just keep playing and keep talking. As long as I have connection, we're good. I hear you. I lost so much. Oh, I got to level up for some reason. I'm not sure what for. So, on some good news, I don't know if we talked about this last time. The transgender have inclusion on the LGBT flag now. They're one of the colors it didn't yet represent. The colors are light blue color, so like the color of the swamps, and white, and kind of a pinkish color. And what the heck happened? I grabbed that. Oh. Anyway, hey. Nobody have. Oh, I don't even have a team. Do I have not fill on? Oh, I'm gonna do this. Go back out. Turn on fill. I forgot I had don't fill on because I was doing something. But yeah, they have now. If the official flag, I believe, has a little arrow on the left side of it. Well, actually, it's a fairly big arrow, and it includes remember. Someone joining me. It includes the transgender colors, which I don't know who Unicorn Soft is. I'll play with them if they want to when I get out. Oh no, that was quick. Anyway, yeah, it's a little triangle on the left side of the flag. Not so little triangle. I don't know why I keep saying little. And, hey, why was there a dog in there but no human? Oh, I should say we're not all human here, are we? Oh, it's one dead. Oh, that was not my bow. But on the other hand of that, we had a anti-transgender bill actually die here in Texas, which was good. The bill was to push transgender people out of their rights to compete in sports. The completely illogical idea is that the idea is that transgender people shouldn't be able to play in sports with their chosen sex because they are the original sex and it's unfair, which is complete opposite. The chosen sex is how they are physically. Male to female, have female body, female strength, everything else, and vice versa. In fact, there's an issue that's completely displayed this phallus argument since the beginning of all this, where a kid in a youth wrestling who is female to male can't compete with men because the state won't allow them, whatever state they live in. So he keeps competing with women, and he keeps just wiping the floor. And this is only because of bitches. If there wasn't bitches, he could compete with men and be more fair. Allows for such stupidity. I'm shot with a rifle. We are zooming through our talking points, though. If you ever want to talk about it on here, feel free to come and talk with me. Just keep out the flame wars. If you don't want to flame war me, just do it on Twitter. Me and the Cancel Logic can team up on you. He already got my back. Thought we were having cyclic arguments the other day. Okay, so by literal definition, what happened to DC with the bombing, the attack of the police, the attempt to kidnap politicians, was a full-on terrorist attack. But, of course, the right-wingers don't want it to be called a terrorist attack. They don't want to be called terrorists. They don't want to be known as terrorists. Their stuff is terrorism. But what they did was terrorism. And we got into cyclic arguments with a couple of right-wingers where their argument was, no, it's not terrorism. And that's basically the argument. No, it's not. They don't have to up. They just think it should be called it.